All right, we're back, and it's just like just right after that last fight.
I'm ready.
What do you mean?
Yeah, no, we're still continuing from that same.
What last fight? It's
Yeah.
the same fight.
Yeah, it's the same fight.
Yeah.
Your frame of reference is all skewed.
Yeah, it's all skewed.
Yeah.
Man. It's like totally skewed.
I forgot my name for a second.
Like in real life, or
Yeah, which one? We have to call the ambulance.
all right. So when continuing from the same fight that we've been in this whole time, you guys were on a train transport of Winterland's conveyance, transporting water from the southern pole region of Acton.
Pronounced Warder.
Water. It's a local dialect. And you were heading to the Hive Market, which coincidentally was the same location that you guys were heading towards. You had received a little bit of information, if you recall, from the bartender, kind of mentioning the Hive, or excuse me, not from the bartender. It was actually via a possibly trauma-induced flashback on the part of the Yusoki partner here.
Oh, yeah.
And through that, you determined that to try and find out what happened to your shop, you need to find whoever it was that you were speaking with in that kind of blip of a memory. And so that's leading you there. On the way, you had stopped to take cover for the night to avoid a pretty nasty storm that was ravaging the surface of Acton as usual. Overnight, getting to mild acquaintance status with some of the other guards, not with the group that kind of rubbed you guys the wrong way at the beginning. The two Kasathas that were also with had marginally seemed amiable, and at which point, at the cusp of daybreak, an ambush occurred. Unfortunately, one of the Kasathas was killed, and as the train was leaving, Buzz, who was helping the other one carry his fallen companion, had grabbed on, and unfortunately the two were left behind. You tried to set up some sort of explosive hindrance, which seemed to have little to no effect on the two vehicles that suddenly started rapidly approaching. And that's where we're picking up is very short amount of time that you guys have left your canyon enclave and you're heading out in the very cusps of daybreak as you see the train just kind of buckling up and down, definitely going much faster than probably you have been, and you can tell just from the amount of elevation shift that this is not the ideal route that you're going.
Feel like one of those the kind of rope bridges they have on playgrounds.
A little bit. It's it's not as frequent, but every 30 seconds or so intervals, it's just you feel that elevation shift as you go over a slight rise and then down, and the grab lifts are you can hear them kind of working overtime to try and keep the train from bottoming out. You guys are in the passenger car, which is in the center of the 4 container cars, and then the engine up front. Shando, who is kind of bandaging up a particularly nasty blaster wound that she had accrued, is kind of leaning outside, and as you guys poke your heads out through the tremendous wind still cutting through, and even though the majority of the storm, the severity of the storm has lessened, with the speed you guys are going and just the arid nature of Akaton, it's really hard to see. Thankfully, it's downwind of where everything's coming, so you guys can see rough shapes of two kind of like stark kind of slate gray and steel hovercraft that are quickly approaching on both sides. You guys probably have about a minute before they're close enough that you might need to start worrying about it. So what are you guys doing?
Soren, what do you got? Do you have grenades?
No, I'm out of grenades.
Shit.
Oh, I can I can rig any energy weapon ammo we might have into some explosives, but that only does so much, and it takes a good timing and everything. But I think we should just take aim.
Right, I kind of...
Everybody
Slide
aim.
up.
Everybody aim for the jets of their hovercraft and try and disable their vehicles.
Yep. Sure. Yep.
Yeah. So you guys are doing anything like they're just about getting in range where you guys are going to be having to start.
I think we're all just taking up whatever positions we can to have,
All right. Yeah. There's few windows and of course the back doors that you guys can peek out of, and you can like if you pop them open, like the wind is. It's like if you're on like a very fast moving vehicle, go figure, and the window's open, but to a much severer degree with the wind and everything.
Tighten my little
How's
Russian
that
hat.
look right there?
Right.
How's that look for you
Are
guys?
we still in combat from last time?
No, you guys are just about ready to enter new combat.
So we'll have me and Buzz on this side out the window, Soren and Skada on this side out the window, and then you two can be shooting out the...
Got rifles. I have a rifle.
Yeah, so does she.
Shando has one as well.
So does
and
she.
She's actually taking up position right on the kind of like foot stand, like the kind of short like half step that's next to the door, and she you can see she's taken off the strap from her rifle, and she's looped it around the back of her waist and tied it kind of very tightly on the
Smart
door
lady.
frame.
Smart lady.
And you see now there's as she leans out, she's like, heads up! And now I need you guys to roll initiative.
Let's do it!
Stands up too. I have no stam and 8 hit points. So from that last fight.
Oh yeah, I have
I didn't get touched.
14
at all.
good
to know.
So yeah, I'm pretty bad too.
I'm at full.
Me too.
Give me a result.
Yeah, my initiative was a 3.
A 3?
It's just him.
Okay.
No good.
If you want to use one.
Snow.
I
good.
think, I don't know.
Snow is good.
So,
All right. So what did you get?
11.
11. All right. What'd you get?
Oh wait.
10.
10.
Do we add the? Oh
Yeah.
So I got 17 then.
17.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Buzz, he goes on your turn.
Yep.
Add my initiative.
Yep.
points.
Yeah. Make sure you do that. Zidix.
It's been so long.
21.
21.
But
Nice.
nope, it hasn't. It was right up there.
It's been so long since you've had to roll initiative because we were in combat last time. So
In combat,
Yep.
so long.
Yep.
Seems like it's yesterday.
Oh man, I'm glad I brought a change of clothes.
I know. They made some dip. Got some
You had
Got
10.
Yes, total of 10.
Gotcha.
John Dip.
John Bean dip.
John Dip.
Wait, no, John Henry dip.
John Henry.
It was more like a.
Well, I'm sure it would have been a if her mouth was.
She was doing a glottal stop. She was.
All right. So, as you guys are kind of peeking out the sides, you see way back on both sides large kind of plas steel kind of windows, and then it's just sheer black. But you see just roughly a very kind of almost red kind of tinted shape, like a humanoid shape in the cockpit of both of them. First person up is going to be Shando Ren, and she sees that one on the right here. She's going to take a shot.
Stage right.
Yeah.
360 camera, how does that work?
All right. So she got 21, so that does hit.
Nice.
I actually didn't. I forgot about this.
Not very deep.
Okay. All right. So
Not deep.
she went and did points of damage. Nice. So you see the round that, or the blaster just fires off, and you see it like it just kind of hits the plasteel at like seems to be like the perfect angle. It kind of like glances off. You see just the corner kind of heated a little bit. So it looks like whatever these are made out of, like the front area, it's very sturdy. That's going to be the end of her turn as she leans back in and just she makes room for whoever is going to fire off next. Up next though is Ziddix and then Skada.
Okay. After she pulls in, then I go right back out and I get on one knee.
So you go over. Okay, yeah. She moves out of the way as you see. It's like it's way out there, a good distance. So like from your angle, you got to kind of lean a little bit, but it doesn't have any sort of like additional cover. So you can try and take a shot, and then, or if you want to do something else.
Yeah, is there like any benefit for me like waiting till I get a little closer to get an advantage on my shot and take this turn to actually get a nice aim at it? If I just forego my turn, just getting myself acclimated to like the conditions and the movement of the train and their distance.
I believe that you'd be able to take that as far as like a range attack, taking a. You can do like covering fire as a way. You can also like harrying fire. For example, like if you're talking about actions in combat, because we do combat, so no, shouldn't I know these things because we just did combat?
Yep.
Of course. It's fresh in your mind.
So, for example, if you had, say, a harrying fire, you use your standard action to make a ranged attack, distracts a foe in your line of effect. You make attack roll against an AC of 15. If you hit, you don't deal damage, but the next ally to attack that foe gains +2 on their next attack roll, as long as that attack occurs before your next turn. So that's one thing you can do.
It's not bad.
Covering fire would be another thing that you can do, so you can use that to make a similar attack. You don't deal damage. It's the same AC, but if, say, that target fires at one of your allies, they have a +2 to their AC until your next turn.
Target, or my allies do?
Right. Like if they target an ally.
Okay. I'll try harrying fire.
Okay. All right. So just go ahead and roll. Make a ranged attack. It's against a flat AC of 15. So if you're just shooting at it, like
okay.
I'll be willing to say like if there's anything that they're like kind of shooting, it's just like a harrying fire.
Not such a big
Roll
9 + 6. I think that'd be
15. That matches. That matches.
Perfect.
All right. So
That's a magic
you
boy.
see
It's
like
great.
you're really like aiming down the scope, and you see now through the kind of like whipping dust and everything like that, your vision kind of clarifies a little bit, and you see through the plasteel kind of a little bit more clearly. It seems like a reptilian kind of humanoid shape, and you take aim like right where the head would be. You fire off your round. You see it hit right where that thing's face would be, and it doesn't break the glass, but you do see it like like it kind of shifts a little bit. just whoa, it doesn't like spin out of control like anything, but you do see it kind of like swerve a little bit. So it seems you did kind of like harry.
I use the rest of my movement to just back up.
All
And then, well, I do have to reload this gun, so
Right. And you did move to get into position, so I mean you can use your movement next turn to reload.
okay. Well,
All right, Skada, you're up. On your side, you do see a similar steel kind of it almost looks like a similar kind of like hover junker sort of thing. Best equate would be like very very 1960s style like truck.
Yeah.
Like you can see the kind of like side of what appears to be like a tailgate or like a flat bed
it's like a
behind it, but it's got very like kind of jimmy rigged engines. It's just kind of like they're like firing backwards, whereas like the grav it makes the grav plates underneath the train look like top tier tech, even though they're really not. But this just looks like pieced together kind of
Okay.
thing. So
Are like the engines like exposed at all?
not at the first set. You can kind of from your angle make out like the very back one, but it'd be like a very tough shot to do.
Can we sense a walk coming off of these vehicles?
Roll for walk.
What?
It's 40k.
Okay.
7.
No, it's
That's not walk enough.
It's not walk. It's not even red. Like the
Okay,
guys are
I-
red. It's orcs.
Nope.
Like okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Where'd it go?
Whoa.
It's just gonna right through.
Just a kid.
Goes through
And
the
then-
40K passage.
And it's it's at a pretty good distance as well.
I'm just gonna hang. I can't really. I wouldn't be able to do much with my pistol boy.
Right. Do you remember what your the range on that is?
Is it
Pistol.
a laser pistol?
80 feet. Yeah.
Oh,
crap.
then never mind. Yeah, that.
30
Like
was
a
like
bonus for us?
out to like here-ish.
That's what I
Could you
got
give us
for
So-
a bonus?
Oh,
It'd be like from here 5,
I think
10,
that'd probably
15,
be
20,
tax.
25, 30, 40, 45, 50.
Yeah, broad show. I'll just to kind of eyeball it.
60, 65, 70, 75, 80.
But that's tracking
It's
over a
still-
little
Yeah, I
bit,
mean,
right?
you got a couple of diagonals in there, but anyways, it's like close-ish.
You can do something else though.
-1 to attack?
Yeah, you,
Or is it getting closer?
You could always like. Do you have any sort of like? Because you said you were low, you might see if you have any sort of healing that you can do.
heal Heal Zedix.
How bad are you at?
14 hit points.
So
what I can do.
I lost all my
so for
stamina
example,
and
another
most
thing
of
you
my
can
hit.
do is like a full round action. A different one is like fight defensively, so you take a -4 to attack to actually hit, but you gain a +2 to your AC until the
that's not
start of
bad.
your next turn. So
That's
you're kind
not
of
bad.
like you're not really aiming to like shoot
Right.
them or like cover for anybody else. You're
Right.
really just kind of doing it for yourself.
Alright. So sure.
So you still make an attack roll. You're not really like looking to shoot or like hit.
Just a fuck off shot.
So it's a -4. It'd be like another.
11.
Yeah, I mean you're not hitting, but you just until your next turn you have +2 to your AC, both KAC and EAC.
Nice.
All right. So the next up is going to be this side. You see them like regain their balance, and
What did that do when I shot the harrying shot? It gave me something?
it gives harrying
Oh, man.
harrying shot gives like circumstantial cover for your allies.
So they
So
get
like
a bonus.
so
Everybody
like
gets a bonus.
everybody else does, you don't specifically. Now, when you see Buzz sees this, I guess, because like you don't really have an angle to see it, but kind of poking off the side.
He's got a sword and a gun, so
They stay. Cool. All right. So
bring the fight back.
the only one that
There's a minute cooldown, so 10 rounds of combat.
the only person that seems to see them at the moment, as they're like fastly like catching up, you just hear this kind of as like the engines seem to like kick in a little bit, to like catch up. Buzz is the only person that sees two very red reptilian creatures kind of lean off to the side, and you see both of them lean over, and they both are aiming. They're going to be shooting at Buzz because actually one is shot at Buzz, the other one is at Shando.
Okay.
He does have the +2, and from that angle, he's going to have cover. He's going to have actually another +2 on top of that because of the
So to his
angle.
attack,
So
or
it's +4 to his AC.
okay. Wait, to Buzz's AC?
To Buzz's
Okay,
AC.
okay.
Because these two guys are, one's shooting at him, the other one's trying to shoot at Shando.
+3 to the
Um,
a lot of better.
So with the +6 to yours, this shot was 26.
Okay, that surpasses.
It does surpass with the +6 on there.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
because then my totals would only be 20 EAC and 23 KAC, so it surpasses either one.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So the first shot, which is a projectile, so it's against KAC.
Okay.
You see just this kind of like ricochet off. You're kind of like rattling in the interior. Buzz takes 4 damage from that shot. Second one is going to be at Shando.
Hey.
I just saw that.
Oh god, that misses horribly. You hear just a dull kind of like on the outside as this shot is way wide. All right,
So is he right?
10.
I'm gonna have Buzz take his action before me, just because that'll simplify things.
Okay.
So he's gonna take a shot.
And just to let you know, the side, like you can see them now, there is a slight kind of like little lip to it, so there is partial cover. That's going to be just a +2 to their ace. Just as it's not impossible to hit them,
Mm-hmm.
but they just do have some cover.
How's his sight and mine? I guess on like their engines. Are they more visible at this point?
They are more visible. Just looking at them, Buzz have the ability to do engineering checks.
He can do any skill check that I can do, but he has a bonus to perception, not engineering. But so he can.
Do an engineering check.
Okay.
I mean, he is a robot.
Right. Just as kind of like him.
It's a total of 4.
Total 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a
I mean,
6, and he has a -2 with
There's
his.
definite engines there from like the pale kind of like red orange fire shooting out the back, you know.
Yep.
You know, like that. So he knows where to shoot, but there's no like he can't glean like specifics of like where he should shoot at.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Right there.
But there's definitely the visual. Like you can just tell by looking at it that the stuff that they've put on there for their engines is like put together themselves, not the kind of like
It's like
more refined.
Yeah, it's strapped on basically.
Okay.
There's you can see there's 2 engine pods. Like there's 2 here, and then you're assuming that there's also 2 on the other side.
So he's gonna fire at the closer one on this side of the engines.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack.
Little mouse boys.
No, the red demons.
Total is 16.
16.
Yep.
That does not hit. You see, is his laser
Mhm.
pistol? Okay. You see it like glance off. Even though they are very kind of like junkyard put together, it seems like the metal's still pretty tough.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
So then that's the end of that turn.
For Buzz, yep.
Yep, for Buzz.
So I'm gonna pretty much do the same thing.
All right.
I'm gonna shoot at that same engine.
And you are on that side? Okay.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and make a shot.
Now, he went first because Buzz gets the coordinated shot feat,
Okay.
which just whoever's attacking the same target as him at range gets +1 to their attack roll.
Yeah.
That's all
yeah.
it is.
Perfect.
So,
We.
natural 20.
What's the total?
Total is 24 +1, 25.
Okay, perfect.
So-
All right, so go ahead and do your damage.
And then it gets a crit for the laser pistol. That's cool. So for the crit, you just roll the normal and then roll the whatever critical, or do you double the dice
You
for?
get-
No, you double
You double
the die.
burn damage?
You double the die, and I believe your crits also. I think
No,
that
you just get the-
burn. That burn occurs on that
On the
turn.
critical, yeah.
Mhm.
Like when it's their turn.
Okay.
And,
Yeah. They have to put themselves out.
So it's a total of 6 damage.
all right.
And then do you want me to roll the burn now or on their turn, just to see what the damage would be?
That'll be on their turn.
Okay.
All right.
So a total of 6 damage there.
All right. So that was the front engine, right?
Yep.
Front one?
Their
Okay.
front
Get to mark my animals.
left, I guess.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
I've got them.
So you see the engine pod. You hit kind of it's like a half circle with like a jet engine kind of poking out the back. You see like the slightest kind of rise as they like are kind of, and you see for a split second an opening between like the wheel well, and you fire, and you see the shot hit something in there. And you see just a small but very seemingly significant as like the engine still's going.
Yeah.
But you see a considerable kind of lowering of the amount of like thrust that's coming out of it.
Hell yeah, boys. We can do this.
Thrust. So
Don't sully my moments. Don't make this crass. It was
Alright.
a beautiful moment of achievement, and then you had to go and
you see the other one on
mention
this
the
side
thrust.
in a similar, very like shaky fashion, kind of coming up, and leaning out of this side now. You see what they were seeing before.
Demons.
Two reptilian figures leaning outside. One's shooting at you, the other one's shooting at
I'm not gonna let him.
Skada. So you guys get
Stop.
+6 to your case. To
Is that in addition to my +2 from that last thing? Or is that
From his
from
defensive.
yours? Oh no, you get more. So like you have actually a +8.
Heyo.
Yeah,
Total
I
of
got
plus
everybody
eight.
one, and you got yourself one.
Yep, because it's regular cover. Like this is built specifically seemingly for situations like this. It's not just partial kind of like haphazard cover.
It's like a train fight. It's like a train fight. You know, you just get in the
Exactly.
window and you're.
Exactly.
Pillbox on the train that we're just hiding.
All right, so
Your
the
lever
first
action
attack
rifle.
against you is going to be a 21, and it's a KAC attack.
Okay, so that's
So +6,
21.
21.
That's just over.
Just over? Damn.
What's your
What's-
normal on that?
Ouch.
So what's your normal?
14's normal plus 6, 20.
20?
Oh, where did I
Man.
go on this?
Your hand was hovering over
Where did
it,
I
so it's
go?
just freaking
Where
fuck
did
out.
I go? All right, you take six. You take 6 damage as the round. You see it as he's leveling his pistol, and you're like, "Nah, you ain't gonna hit me." As you like feel a sharp pain in your side.
Hey. Ow.
All right, so the other attack that's coming at you, Skada. Oh my gosh, that's a 10.
I thought that, oh my
Does that
gosh.
hit you, Skada?
Oh my gosh. It's a piece
Does
of
that
crap.
hit you?
With a +8 to your
I
normal
would've-
KAC?
Yeah, I would imagine not quite.
Silent, no.
All right, Soren,
Better luck next time.
what are you attuning? This is a new rep. This is a new combat. So
I'm on Photon.
photon. All right, so you get your first charge of photon.
Rotom.
All right, what are you doing?
Zidix is hurt, so I want to toss him. Can I throw him? So I don't have to move.
Don't throw me!
No,
No.
I want to throw you a Merc 1 serum of healing.
Oh, well, I mean,
Yeah, I mean that would be. I mean, in this situation when it's like bumping up and down like that,
just
yeah, I would say
roll
just
it.
kind of like
Roll it.
Roll it? I'll just roll it to him.
just roll it to him.
Yeah.
All right,
And then hopefully it bounces at just the right moment, like the train bucks at just the right moment, and it just pops right into his hand.
give me just a quick acrobatics check as you roll, if you're rolling it.
Sure.
I've got a general question for you when we're ready for it.
20.
All right, so you see him like you see him like trying to get your attention, and as he rolls this
Like-
tiny little vial across the
What
ground,
are you doing?
you see this it's starting to slow down, and all of a sudden you feel a lurch as the vial seems to like jump up at you, and it like is right in your face, and you're able to catch it.
You shoot it.
What'd you toss to him?
Serum of healing.
Nice.
Yep. So you now have that. That was your standard action.
Mhm.
So you still have like your movement.
Can I use my movement to attack?
No.
Alright.
Movement is like manipulating an item. Well, manipulating an item, I guess. I guess technically that would probably actually.
Wouldn't this be manipulating an item?
Keep in mind, if you guys are attacking this ship, you're getting +1 to your range attack. as opposed to
No,
the-
yeah. Since you were actually like throwing it to him, I would say it's not just like your move. Yeah,
It's a zany book.
yeah. Just since I'm not sure how to kind of classify that, I'd just say that's gonna be your standard action.
Well,
The force is wide open.
So like common things that you could maybe do, as like your move.
I think what I'm going to do is use my move to use Flare, since it's not a Zenith or Zenith solar revelation. And I want it to
Frickin'
be a bright light right on the outside of my window to try to conceal Bracho and us, while also giving these guys a glare that they can't see through.
So you're trying to use a flare?
Yes.
Just hold on flare.
Like, take my little bolt guy and just slap him on the outside of the window and just conceal us in the bright light.
Yeah, let me see how that works. I might
But hopefully make these guys have to squint a little bit.
God knows they're good squinters.
Alright, so you said
Those
you're doing
reptiles.
Flare?
Yep.
What?
It should light in a 30-foot radius for 1 minute. It should be a normal bright light each time you activate.
Oh, yeah,
the
the,
sound action.
mid-
Flash of brilliant light. Fortune
yeah.
one creature. Okay.
The illumination is.
All right. So you just
The
got it.
Illuminati.
It's a bright light, and if something comes within 30 feet, you can use your standard action to like flare it up considerably and try and blind one target.
Okay.
So yeah,
a good
I mean,
idea.
but that's fine.
It's a
So
good
like
idea.
you see his little moat now is kind of like floating in that area, like right next to your face, and then suddenly just it gets like super bright,
Hi, beams.
and it's actually right in there for everybody since you guys are like all close next to each other. You see Shando is just like covering her eyes, like turn that shit off.
Oh, you mean I can't?
That's a
didn't
woman
put it
you're,
outside.
you're putting it outside.
Yeah, I wanted to put it outside on our side.
Yeah,
So
I
the
mean,
light is shining directly outside, but not as much inside. You know what I mean? Like right outside the window.
yeah,
Not much on the inside.
Not so much on the
Not so much on the
inside.
inside.
See, we're using the
Inside.
light to conceal ourselves.
on the outside.
All right, so that's
You guys
just
really
fine.
lawyered the shit
So that's the
out
end of
of
your turn.
I believe so. Does that reset my attunement then too? If I use a solar or if I use a manifestation or revolution rather.
Don't.
What? Revolution?
Yeah, let me just if you want to look that up and let me know.
Sure.
Just because I'm not 100% on
Always
it.
thought that'd be funny.
Then we can
I don't believe it does, but
I don't think
You
it
gotta
does
see
either.
where
Seems like it.
yeah.
It seems like it might.
So it's gonna be the top of the order. You guys hear the three figures that are kind of in the front of the train or in the front that are still there. They're leaning out and they're all taking shots.
Hell yeah, bros.
Two humans.
You guys want to get paid, don't you?
Yeah, right? Gotta contribute somehow.
Two shots miss.
You guys want to get paid, don't you? You gotta pay, don't you? Make a shot. Gotta earn your keep.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Hit something.
Get while the getting's good. Or just get it all.
So, you see the two humans take shots, missed. The Vesk
Is that a sweater vest?
shooting at this one. You see him kind of leaning out, just boom, shoots. You see
I
that
had
one
a
miss as well.
Aneurysm or something.
It's gonna be the top of the order as Shando now like leans back out, and you see now she's aiming at one of the ones on the side here.
Yeah. Do you want to count that +1 just as shots to the ship or shots to the people on the ship? I don't know how you want to. Because
Well-
he was shooting at the ship.
He was shooting at. Okay, they're technically two separate. Well, three separate things.
Mhm.
So I mean, shoot shots at the ship. Yes.
There you go.
Shoot shots at the ship.
But she rolled a 20. So
There you go.
that absolutely hits.
Shando.
So you see the close one as it's peeking back up. She hits it for 12 damage, and that one is not like really banged up, but that was a big chunk of damage. She now like leans back in and seems to kind of move to make room for whoever is like wanting to take their next shot. So Ziddix, you're up.
I'm gonna reload for my movement,
Okay.
and that's like my full movement, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's all your. You can't. You need to use your full movement action to reload.
Okay, so I did that.
Yep.
From where I'm at, can I take a shot? Do I see? Do I see this? The
She's
cockpit?
She's
or anything?
moved out of the way. Not from like that deep in. You know, like even if you were kind of like one space over, like as far as like where you are, you don't really see them yet.
Okay.
Just from that close. What you can do, for example, another thing is like total defense. It's standard action. You get +4 AC until your next turn. So it's just kind of like a personal like you're like making more use of the kind of like cover around you and like bracing yourself for like an attack.
I'll do that.
All right, so you got +4 to your AC until the next round.
Nice.
Skadal.
You guys all get 2, I get 4. Well, you get like 8.
Well, that bonus that you gave, the harrying
Yes.
fire, that's gone because it's
After 1 round.
right.
Okay.
Just 1 round, so it's good for 1 round, and then now
No, I
you
just
guys
got
have
4,
the
so you
normal.
guys got-
Yeah, you have the cover from there, so like it's good. Still. All right.
So I don't have a +8 anymore?
No,
You
you just have a
you
plus
just have
2.
You just have the +4 from regular cover, and then your.
What about yours? Does yours last for a minute? The one that you did on yourself?
I did.
Right, that lasts until your next turn.
Okay, so it's gonna be done.
Right, so you're back to just a +4.
But you can do it again.
Just a +4.
Just a +4.
On the start of your turn.
You can do it again. I was gonna.
So you, right now you still have it as or no, it is your turn. Yeah, so it is now.
Oh, it is my turn?
Yep, it's your turn.
So I have this envoy improv. That's an inspiring boost, and it lets person regain stamina.
Ah! Oh!
That's it's ×2 my envoy level
Oh!
plus my charisma modifier.
Rob Williams?
Plus
Oh.
my charisma modifier. Is that a would that be an action?
You're doing which skill with your envoy?
Envoy improv.
It's
Envoy improv?
yeah, it's inspiring boost. It's one of my envoy
I
improvs.
believe that's a standard action. I'll just double check here.
I mean, yeah, we're both kind of
Yeah.
shit.
Yep, as a
so,
standard
yeah.
action, you can signal an ally within 30 feet who has taken damage from any attack made by a significant enemy at any point after your last turn ended.
Oh shit.
So I had to put an
So
attack
if
for someone.
somebody's taken damage,
Oh, so I can't
which
use it on
in this
myself.
case I
Yeah.
believe is Soren.
You,
And-
you've been hit.
Damage?
Yep,
Soren
I'm
did
Are you
since
hurt?
your last turn.
No, you're good.
I'm good.
I don't need to use it then.
I've got a lot of hits.
I was gonna use it on myself, but I have 0 stamina.
I'd do it. And you know
But
what,
I
didn't
haven't
bonus.
gotten hurt in this
And
fight.
you can do what he's done as well, which is total defense. So like
You bunker
you're
down.
just basically you're bunkering down and you gain a +4 to your AC, so you'd be back to that +8.
Oh fuck. I guess we'll do that.
All right, so
bunker
you
down.
you know,
Bunker
feeling,
buddies.
still feeling the effects from that last fight that was so recent. You like hunker down and you're just like kind of like almost half sitting in the seat, kind of like peeking over,
Like a
waiting
good
to
half
see
sit.
what those guys are doing. Yeah, just doing a little half sit,
Yeah.
little half seat.
Like a good half sit.
All right, so you see another burst. Actually, kind of, you see it lurching a little bit to the side, but you see now that the hover junker is a lot more closer now. You now are getting just a partial cover bonus if they're firing at you. In which case, Buzz and Shando are. Yeah, she's still there because like you're just kind of floating in that area. So
And I'm bunkered down.
right. So the first attack, which is going to be against Buzz. No, that's a +9. Or that's not +9. That's a 9 total.
Is that total
So-
for Buzz?
Yeah, Buzz. That doesn't hit Buzz.
Yeah.
9. He's got a big.
Yeah,
he's got a
that's
higher case.
yeah.
got-
He's
All right. Second attack is going to be against Shando. 5. That does hit her.
That's my thing.
You see the round like pierce through her like half, and she just kind of screams out, and she's just kind of like she almost like drops her rifle, but she like grabs onto her leg and she like kind of falls back against the back of the seat as these guys now are almost like even with the door itself. That's the end of their turn. 10. The buzzer up. And you see now the Junker is much closer.
Yep.
And it's starting to kind of, getting in real close.
So, Buzz is going to take another shot at that same engine,
Alright.
but he's going to try and use his deadly aim feat, which allows him to take -2 to the attack roll, but if he hits, it does +1 damage.
Alright.
So I'm just going to fire off. No, that's only a 7, or
I
a
forgot to do...
11 to hit, so.
I did the burn damage, by the way.
Okay.
So, how much?
How much was the burst damage?
11
Or, sorry, 3.
to hit.
To hit?
Yep.
No, unfortunately. The train kind of lurches to the side a little bit, and
Mhm.
his aim fires underneath the engine itself.
That's alright. He's helping, somewhat. Then I'm going to take my shot at
Alright.
that same engine.
Same engine?
Mhm.
Got it. You don't get the bonus from the coordinated attack, I believe, or is that just something that's always happening?
If he is attacking that enemy, you get that bonus.
Perfect.
Only with ranged attacks,
Right,
though.
got it.
So then my total would be a 17 to hit the...
Just short.
Ah!
Just short, unfortunately.
Damn.
Kind of coming down from that elevation shift, you feel the engines kind of lurch, and your body kind of it's like the elevator when it stops, except this one's going a lot faster downwards. So there's a little bit more of a lurch.
All
And
right.
that also throws off your aim, and you see just scorching shot hits the side of the paneling just behind it.
I'm going to get
It's
pissed
close.
and take a second shot then, because I'm...
You're doing a full round attack?
Uh-huh.
Alright, this is -4 to the second attack. Which I think is just putting it at a -2. With your coordinated attack.
It would just be a
Oh,
flat
negative.
roll for me. With my ranged attack bonus of 4,
Right.
flat, and then with Buzz's bonus, it's a total of 12, which is still not.
Okay, yeah, that's not enough.
But that was my last round for that energy clip, so I'm going to use my movement action to reload.
There you go. Perfect. So you just hear shit. Then
Shit! Fuck!
The shit got fucked.
Never good.
this side
It's all good.
coming up pretty quick, actually, a lot faster than the other one.
Am I close enough
Um,
to give him a high five yet?
It's getting there. You actually see one of them pull out a different weapon.
I don't like
You
that.
see,
That's
you
different.
See them not aiming at you, but
Hey,
aiming
where'd that
at the kind of
Can I
like a point behind.
flash my thing?
Not until your
Yeah.
turn.
Shit.
You see them you see
Stay away.
you see now this little kind of piss, like a differently shaped
Yes?
pistol.
Piss! Kiss my piss!
Okay, you know what?
Fist whip him, dude.
So you see, boom. You hear a loud, just a really kind of loud boom, followed by a very kind of concussive as whatever explosive that they shot hits the part behind. You see the metal kind of bend a little bit on the inside from where you guys are at, but you hear now kind of a really loud, ragged kind of like metal, and you can. I guess all you guys are kind of looking out the windows. You can see just from your different perspectives, the one behind you is starting to lurch a little bit to the side,
Mm-hmm.
and you can hear just the slight kind of like a very cacophonous noise of it digging a trench as the grav lifts are trying desperately to keep it from dropping.
I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
One, they don't state in the rules anything about how to repair damage to your drone, so I just want to figure that out after this. And then secondly, do you think would how drivable would these things be to just anybody who knows how to drive things?
I mean, you really can't tell what the controls are, so you have to get in one of them to find out.
Alrighty, this decides it. 1 to 2's yes, 3 to 4's no. Yup, we're doing it. Woo!
Okay.
So
All
Leave it
right.
on
So
the
the one in the back was the one that shot the explosive. The other one is going to take a shot at you again. So,
Oh, no.
You have, since they're a lot closer and they get a better angle, you're having partial cover
Okay.
this time. So that's
is
plus
that?
2. So it's a total of 18. Yep, against your KAC.
It's a hit.
That's a hit? All right. You take 3 damage as the shot now ricochets off the top kind of pauldron and luckily just poof, like skins the back of your neck.
sunburn.
Yeah. It's just like really bad sunburn. Yeah. Similar, I'm sure.
It's not.
All right, that's the end of their turn.
Just a scratch.
Tis but a scratch. Soren, you're up.
Well, looks like they're close enough for me to make my thing explode.
Right. So you can see, just for your reference, there
Hold on,
is
Zeus.
one in that front cockpit. Yeah, I just didn't have an extra one.
Right. How tinted are the cockpits?
I mean, think of it as like it's not like
It's not street legal.
it's not completely like
There's no
blacked
streets.
out.
Mhm.
There's kind of a weird sort of like distortion effect to looking at them. But I mean, you can still see the vague shape of the creature.
Well, I'm gonna try to blind the pilot with that flash more than anyone.
All right.
So,
Let me check on that, just because it is slightly tinted.
right.
So
And I didn't find anything that said that normal revelations don't ruin your count or whatever, your attunement.
yeah, but you would be at 2. So that was
That was a
You try to pilot one of
passing
these?
level,
Regular
original
action.
level,
No,
you learn
not
an
me.
additional stellar revelation. You can also like the same one.
Was it? Was it?
Okay, revelation
The only other possible.
says it lasts.
I'm gonna try to jump on it.
If I was
He's gonna
fully
fucking
attuned, I
Boba
could
Fett
dazzle.
out there.
Both in and out of, okay, so you can use stellar revelations both in and out of combat, but since you can't enter a stellar mode outside of battle, any revelations that last for 1 round.
Fucking
as
Terminator,
long as you're in
jump
stellar
on
mode
it.
lasts only 1 round if you're not
Just
in combat.
cuts me out.
He's got 30-foot jump jets.
I'd be willing to say that
I got
you know,
fucking
it's,
badass acrobatics.
it
So
doesn't reset.
I mean, if I just roll a 1,
Just because I'm not
a 12,
100%
I get
sure.
12.
The way
So,
how I've been
well, he's got a
reading it was
sword
like,
too, so my plan was for him to just
normal
run, like,
revelations don't drain
Errol
your
Flynn,
attunement
just
count.
jump over there and cut them all down,
Just
and
in
like,
there.
Because I just want to make
Just
sense
down
of
the
just
sail.
regular, like everyday spells.
and then
But
hopefully
the stellar
be able to
revelation,
drive it,
the zenith
and then get back on the ship
revelations
for like
do
somebody else
because
to
you
get
need to
on
be
that
fully
one,
attuned
attack
to
that
those.
person.
Right. Yep.
Or
That's I believe.
I'm forfeiting it completely
Well,
for this,
Zenith
for this venture.
We'll
So
talk about that.
Self
But anyways,
destruct him on it.
no, either like the ship will blow up, or he'll defeat them, and then
what,
he can't drive it.
what I would say is that
like lose speed.
it's going to be a
5 bucks.
reflex save all the same.
I'll have to buy all new
so,
weapons. Like
Do you
his
know
weapons will
what
be
that
on, and I'll just
reflex
like
save is?
buy. I'll
for
probably have to
Flare?
rebuild him.
That would be my spellcaster or something.
Do you not have it?
Look like special needs. So,
That'd be their reflex. Okay, here it
Right,
is.
they're
10
doing it.
plus half character level plus stat mod. Stat mod is charisma.
Your main stat mod, yep. So half your character level,
We need 1 plus 4.
so 15?
Hmm?
Or is
Yes.
it, did you say 10 or 12?
We need
Like, what
10 plus half character level plus the stat mod.
not your saving throw. Like, they need to save against, like, their reflex save needs to be against your, like, you would have to present a DC, I believe.
That's what it is, though, isn't it?
I mean, is that what you have for it? Like, I mean,
the flare would be, yeah, your casting level or something like that.
yeah, written down at all.
Like they have to save against the effect of it.
Right.
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
What?
1 sec plus. Not telling you what the plus is. Just gonna be-
Shit. 1 plus shit.
That's math.
Fast math.
Okay, so
Stop.
a saving throw.
Please stop.
Yep.
Nobody did anything.
Okay, so that is actually what
Stop
it
it.
is. So a saving, just so you guys are all clear, a saving throw against an effect has a difficulty class determined by the effect. For most class features, the DC of an effect you create equals 10 plus your class level, half your class level, plus your key ability score modifier. So you do have that right. I would just like to notate that what that is. So it's a total of 15.
Yes.
For you?
To beat.
Right.
Save
So
against.
you're doing it against the pilot of the Junker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Reflex. You got an 11. So, as per that flare, he is now blinded.
Violent lie.
All right.
Shoved up like a deuce.
So you focus the light, and you see it just kind of like pull in, and then just in that single column.
Just right on the windshield.
Yeah, and for a split second, as the illumination hits, you see with clarity this reptilian figure, and then all of a sudden its like, head just like, rolls back.
My eyes!
I'm a demon.
The all real monsters.
Does he crash?
He's gonna have to make a piloting check.
Oh
here.
shit.
You see it.
Yes!
It's like still up, but it's like moved away, like it's lost a considerable amount of distance.
Nice.
On you guys.
Nice.
So,
I showed them the way.
yeah,
It just
he
took
got
roads
hit
with
pretty hard. So that one, I'm just trying to think of if that's actually going to be negative on that.
Negative, sir.
No. That was a total of. Oh my gosh. No, he, like, you see him swerving around, and it dives down into the dirt and starts pinwheeling.
Oh,
Put the dick in the
beautiful.
dirt.
That's fucking great.
That
Give me
one
one of
is
those.
actually
Yeah. That was
a good one.
beautiful, dude. Well, maybe it's not so necessary anymore.
Dude, no, it's this.
I
It didn't say Buzz.
I was just looking at that. I was like, man, no, that hit the piloting check on that would have such a huge negative, and the DC would be so much higher. No, he
Going the speed
crashes.
we're going. Just...
Oh fuck! So,
So
you
do I
guys
get like 5 levels for that then?
not quite.
boat does.
You guys hear a resounding boom
We can now officially say
from the other
this
side.
is Soren, stronger than a hovercraft.
You just hear me like, oh, thank God.
I'll do the
So-
Hollywood Hulk Hogan thing and then fire off around.
And
Mark that ammo.
Shando now leans out this side and she takes a shot. This time she's trying to shoot at the actual driver. No, actually, seeing what you guys were doing, she's taking a shot at the engine.
Hell yeah, Shando. Get
She's
it.
got
Get
that
it, girl.
tactical mind.
It seems like the shot she took through her calf throws.
Did you get the +1?
+1? Yeah, that's only she rolled a 2.
Oh, man.
So yeah, unfortunately she's still well short. So you see her kind of like leaning off to the side, and she puts too much pressure on her back foot.
She rolls
you
her
see
ankle.
wince as the shot glances off the side. Just like
Why'd you
bounces
wear
under her.
heels, woman?
She takes a second shot.
Yeah. Do it.
Rolled a 2 again.
Why, Shando?
Jesus Christ!
You gotta heal that wound there, Shannon.
Fuck! And she's
I try
just
to
like cussing
unwound
up a
myself.
storm now, and she like just kind of is like being held in place as she's kind of you can see blood running down her left leg pretty heavily.
Got one more
Zittix.
serum.
You're up. Followed by Skadana.
Would there be a way that I can have enough movement to run on top of this? Jump to it?
I mean, it's out there a good distance. Like so, I mean,
So from the train, 5, 10,
the height as well
15.
is like where
20,
they're at. So they're
25.
actually slightly above, like elevated. So that's why you guys are able to like get
Can
those
you,
shots at the engine pod.
Michael Jordan free throw line dunk.
So it's technically like
Dunk what?
10 feet
Self?
up from your guys'
Self-dunk.
elevation and that much far out. So I mean,
How much
put your hand
jump
under your
feet
butt
do I
and
get?
fucking-
Do I normally get?
4.
Somehow
Like if I just
boost
jump
yourself.
normally.
Ooh, man.
Nobody's ever
Um,
thought of that. Incorporate arms.
Well, I mean,
Is it all dependent on
it
my
all-
dexterity?
no, it's an athletics check. The way that it works, there's a like the distance that you're trying to jump increases
stereo.
the DC by however much. So, for example, just how it reads really is. As part of a move of action, you can use your athletics to jump horizontally or vertically, no greater than your remaining amount of movement. So like 30 feet. So it's at least 10 up, and then it would be like 20 out, essentially.
Okay.
It's not like perfect geometry, but
Okay, I'm just gonna take a shot at the one that we've been doing damage to then.
the engine.
Well, didn't we shoot a guy? Didn't Shando shoot a guy too?
She hit a guy. She hit a guy really hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot that guy.
All right, it's the front one.
Yeah,
So,
I'm gonna shoot that guy.
so he does have partial cover. So go ahead and take your
I'm gonna
shot.
shoot that guy.
How about shoot that
So
guy?
you're kind of leaning over, and your like rifle is practically next to your head as you're shooting.
Oh, they back again. Oh,
This
there
is,
they go back.
20 ranged still?
Yep,
21.
21. That hits.
Which one was my 10 again?
KAC is not particularly high.
Yes. One damage.
1 damage. All right. You see the round kind of shoot off, kind of just above its shoulder blade. You still see a spray.
Oh wait, no, that was D10 plus 3, so yeah, that's 3.
3 total.
4.
4.
Yeah, because my weapon proficiency
That adds to it.
to the damage roll. Yep.
Gotcha. All right.
Dang it, roll.
So you see the round kind of pierce into its shoulder, and it like you don't really hear it, but you can see it like kind of scrocking out.
Scrock.
So
Scrocking out,
I got a scrocker.
Scrocker. But he is pretty banged up.
I'm gonna do another shoot. Shoot
I will
bang.
have another shoot, please.
Another
So-
shoot bang.
Okay, so you're reloading using your movement.
Yeah, I didn't move at all. So
All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Use your movement, reload, and then -4 on this next attack.
Okie dokie.
2.
It's an 8 -4. 13.
13 does not hit.
Bummer.
So your second attack, Shando in the process is like, stop fucking shooting next to my ear, and like kind of slightly distracted by her. Yeah, what? What? So your second shot unfortunately goes wide.
Gotta work on my
That's the end of your
ammo.
turn.
Yes.
All right, so you'll have to reload at the beginning of your next turn if you're going to shoot again. Skedaddle.
Must be a hiding
Taking
Straight
that,
up. I
taking
wanna
that
get
total,
hurt.
taking that.
Take my healing.
Look how many
Total
people are on this
defense.
side for them to shoot at.
Well, you
Huh?
gave
Look how many
me.
people are on this side
I
for them
got
to
you.
shoot at. That's not you. Just move over
I
here.
No,
know,
you
exactly.
get to
That's
the
why I stay
turn.
behind you.
You can still be behind over here. You can be behind me and Buzz.
Fuck, fine. I'll be a bro and come over here.
Because if they do the same thing they do on this side to that side, we're effed.
All right, so what are you shooting at?
Shoot guy.
What am I all looking at here?
You
Is
get
it
the-
two
you
dudes
get the
there?
plus
There's
one
the
bonus.
window. You see the driver vaguely. You see like the engine pod. That's still kind of.
I'll shoot that.
All right. And you get the +1 still.
Oh.
from it. No, unfortunately, it does not hit.
I'll take my other shot.
You actually moved.
Oh, shit.
So you
Yeah, I
wouldn't be
did.
able to do that. But that's all right. So you took your shot. Skada, that's the end of your turn. All right. So you see the one that had been shot kind of like disappears for a second and comes back with a similar, differently shaped weapon.
I want
And
to
you
yell,
see-
knock it off!
You see it aiming behind where you guys are at. And man, just enough. You see another
Nice.
boom, boom, and just following very quickly behind that, you're just a tremendous amount of as the back of the back of this car that you guys are in, there's a kind of bulging of the metal plate, and then actually shrapnel and fire kind of like fires out. Anybody that's within 10 feet of that, actually it's going to be 15 feet, of that back middle portion. So like there's a coupling in the middle, like there's a 5-foot space. So like from the inside of that car, 15 feet from it. I believe that's going to be from is that from here.
Oh.
So like from this area right there.
So
That's
you
like
did.
5, 10, 15. That's
Yep.
everybody here.
Yep, that would be everybody.
Fuck
Five,
you.
So that's a little bit out there.
15. Yeah, that is going to be everybody except for Skada.
Suck it.
We didn't lose the cargo, did we?
As we all die, and you're the only one left living.
What was the damage on your grenade?
I don't have the. Oh.
I thought you had some like regular grenades.
Oh, regular frag grenades.
Yep.
Yeah, 1d6 piercing.
1d6 piercing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have the on me. I just still have the stats written down.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I just need a reflex save for everybody except for Skada.
Shit. I should have switched to graviton.
Shit, is this?
Nat 20. I'm okay.
Bitch.
Wow.
I need to
Okay.
check to see if that.
Got a nat 20, guys.
15.
14 team. 37 height.
27, 37. What you say? Yep.
All right.
Sugar
So,
schwa. Girlfriend's age is 50, 50, 50.
yeah, we'll say that you guys do get a reflex save on that, just because it's not directly at you. So you got what?
Nat 20.
Total reflex.
21.
Reflex. 21?
I got a 21, and Buzz got a total of 2.
2?
Yep.
All right.
16.
16?
Uh-oh.
She got
She dies.
10.
Bop.
Nice knowing you.
All right. So. I was looking at way too high of a level of a frag grenade there for a second.
I got the...
No, it was actually a level 2 frag grenade.
Oh, scary.
So you take 4 piercing damage. You passed, Ted, so you take 4. Buzz takes.
Didn't he get a 21 too?
Well, yeah, Ted passes. Buzz failed. So Buzz takes 8.
Yeah.
You.
I got a 21 too.
Oh, yeah, no, that's why you said 4.
21.
That's why I said you get 4. Because it was 8 damage total.
Okay.
I'm just half
Half
right
damage,
now.
that's
I'm just half. Right now,
Gotcha.
so I know that's not really the right way to do it, but you know.
I just I
Yep.
naturally
I'm just
dodge
doing it
every
for now.
piece of shrapnel that comes my way.
Well, it's just kind
Slap
of
them out of the way as they fly at
Your
me.
back was turned. We'll say whatever. However you want to flavor it. You didn't get hit with all the shrapnel and fire. You take 8 damage.
One signal
and
shrapnel came my way,
Shando
and I punched
takes
it
8
and
damage as
hurt.
well. She's looking really rough.
So am I there, Shadow.
So,
Just roll it in, though.
in the kind of moments after you duck and your hearing starts to kind of wing back in, you can see through the fiery kind of like chasm that's now been made in the back wall. You do not see the car
God
behind
damn
you.
it.
You see, a big kind of huge dust cloud and like large kind of like parts of it just it's like jackknifing vertically, and you can see like the last vestiges of like the grav plate's power, kind of like.
So how many of the freight cars total?
2 are gone.
Okay.
Two
Two
are
remain.
in front of you,
Yep.
and you guys are now the last car, effectively. So that was the one in the front. The other one is going to take a shot at Shando, as she's now kind of like lean.
Shando
and,
Manando.
It's trying to get away from it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that hits her. That's a.
Yeah, that's her.
Oh, that's cocked.
Hope I is.
She takes another shot, and you see it, kind of pierce her neck, and you see now, like, she, like, and she's, like, starting to, like, she loses consciousness as she falls out towards the door, and you see a lurch as the strap that she had around herself is very frayed, still holding her in. But for how long, very hard to tell. So, that's the end of that one. Now, effectively, this
So I should pull that bitch in.
This
tie that around her neck
is
so she
no longer here.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just leave it here for now, just so I don't have to jack up everything. But
Jonathan
that
off?
now is the only thing that's there. Top of the order.
Top of the order.
Shando, she's
Arr.
you see that she's kind of bobbing out of consciousness. Doesn't do anything. Zedix, you see her like leaning out.
Start cutting her rope.
Sorry.
You see it's very frayed.
Right. I just
It's a scared rope.
I think
just
the world,
slowly
I think
grab her
The
and
universe is telling me something.
bring her in, and I give her the healing meds that Soren gave me. I just inject those into her jugular.
Straight.
Athletics
Big
check.
old bullet hole.
Athletics check, just really quick.
You just like throw pills at
Unscrew
it.
it and just like dump it on her.
16 plus 7.
Yeah, that's definitely enough. So you pull her back in. As you pull her back, and you see as she you kind of push her up against the back of the chair, like the rope now kind of pulling this way snaps. So like really close. And then you were using the serum of healing.
Mhm.
All right, roll 1d8.
Roll a 43d3.
Yep, there you go.
Roll to 3d3d3.
7. Did a plus or bonus or anything? Just
Nope,
a straight.
nope, just a flat number. So she gains.
You're okay.
She regains 7 HP, and
Still
you,
pretty
as you
great.
jam the needle into her, and you administer it after a second. She's like her breathing's labored, and she's like looking around, and she's looks up at you.
I'm not looking at her. I'm looking off in the distance. Just so proud, like prairie dog.
And she's just like
This one is mine now.
and she kind of shoves you
Claimed.
a little bit to get it off, dude.
You just put your arms over you and start chittering out like.
Skidad, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take a shot at the closest dude.
Closest guy that
Yeah.
is in the back? Okay, alright.
Yep.
Shoot.
Rudy Tooty!
Hey!
18 plus 4.
Rudy Tooty hurting shooty.
22.
That
Is
is-
there any bonuses?
Nope. Not that you get, no.
22.
But that is
22.
that is enough to hit him.
22.
Go ahead and roll damage.
I need
D4.
D4, please. D4 and after.
Plus 1.
5.
Did you shoot? Did Buzz shoot at that guy? Because he's
No, he doesn't have his weapon specialization written down for the
Oh, he
damage
doesn't?
that we get to add to that.
Oh
so-
yeah.
Yeah.
So 5 total.
Yes.
That's just enough. You know, aiming as you're kind of
Yeah, so level 3. Yeah.
you know, trying to clarify, you know, as the, you know, sounds kind of waning back in, you, and you see its head just snap back,
Snap back to
and
reality.
it kind of
Flip every day,
tumbles off
asshole.
the side, and you see it just.
Anyone can do a flip.
Just crouching.
So at level 3, you get the weapon
Alright, so
specialization.
that's the end of
You
your
choose
turn.
something that you're trained in, and then you get to add half of
You
your
see now the
either
one remaining
equivalent to
that looks
your
back,
level
and
to
you
damage
see it
you with small
like
arms
slamming
like that.
on the side of the hovercraft, and you see it quickly veering off as it like very, very, very quickly, like just, and it's like
Fuck yeah.
starting to like break really heavily.
I finally shot something, guys.
You scared
How
him to run
fast
away.
it's going
I mean,
that round.
Its engines are shot too a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's breaking heavily. At this point, it's out of range, like feasible range of being able to hit.
Not for me.
I was gonna say by everybody except for you. So like, at this point, it's like kind of like just tilting backwards. So wrapping this up, essentially, we'll just say that, Tet, do you want to do anything?
I want to take a
Buzz.
pot shot.
Soren, you don't have an angle on it really.
Really?
Well,
Isn't
I mean,
this whole like
you
thing
can take a
blown
pot
away?
shot, but I'm just telling you with the
It's-
distance combined with the.
Right. I just
They
want to
see
take
it.
a couple angry pot shots as they're running away.
Sure, you can take one shot because you definitely move.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't think
You
it-
you like hit
That's
one of
very
the pieces
angry.
of metal and it almost ricochets back into the
What the
Then-
fuck?
into the
Okay,
car.
you go.
Then just use it to
Whoa!
reload.
Basically, you just.
Right over your right over your shoulder. Oh.
No, right back into the barrel. So then the next shot's a double shot.
God. All right. Soren did his. Shando kind of like it sits back up. Are they all gone?
Only 2.
Yes, sir. All right. In that time, if you wanted to, you can take your shot.
I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna.
I'm nursing her.
And she's just kind of at this point, she's kind of regained
I'm keeping
some
my
of her
eye on her.
faculties.
You'll be okay, little
She
one.
kind of like pushes off as she like reaches up and very weakly kind of like pulls the door shut finally. And you guys just, it doesn't do much to drown out the noise really because you have just the wind kind of whistling and the kind of broken back of the train. So, yeah, as you guys are, kind of getting the end of this, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna.
Find a
I don't
seat.
feel good.
I'm gonna draw my
I feel good
magazine,
'cause I just
pop
killed a
another
bitch
round
with
in
her.
there.
I don't feel good because I also only have 8 hit points.
So,
I have 6.
Reload my magazines and
Take
then
naps.
go around and see if anyone needs medical assistance.
As you guys
with
turn
the
around,
last thing.
you don't see the other guys.